And we're back. We're going to finish the discussion, and like I said, about the Chicago Bears. First of all, in Soldier Field, I witnessed an absolute explosion. The Bears' offense unleashed 430 total yards to blow out the Browns 34-10 in an efficient multi-quarterback rotation gauntlet. And Shedeur played, and they didn't play that good. I think he's going to lose this job to that boy. I'm telling you, man, just keep watching. Up in New York, the Minnesota Vikings squeezed out a narrow 3-point road victory over the Giants with a gritty 13-10 defensive shift, while at Arrowhead Stadium, I don't want to talk about it too much, Sean McVay's, because it was the Rams, Los Angeles Rams, completely held the Chiefs out of the end zone entirely, limiting Kansas City to a pure field goals to secure a dominant 20-12 road win. Down in the Caesars Superdome in Jacksonville, captured a tight 24-20 contest over the Saints. That was a good game, too. Saints could have won that, came back, too, and won that. They had the opportunity to win in the end. They just have enough time on the clock. And in Baltimore, the Ravens entirely outclassed the Eagles in every phase of the game, every facet. They outgained the Eagles 440 to 159 total yards to seal a brutal 24-7 defeat over the Eagles. They just beat the shit out of those boys. I'm going to play devil's advocate for a minute. The squads dropped exhibition scores yesterday. The counter perspective is that rebuilt preseason numbers do not mean organizational deficiencies on the line. The debate argues that Kansas City produced 12 points via the Bucker, converting 4 for 4 on his attempts, proving the coaching staff was structurally protecting the squad schemes rather than unleashing the full air configuration, stage, road flow. They were just protecting their shit. They weren't going to just blow them out like that. You know, the Chiefs are saving the best for last. We're going to give you everything. We ain't going to give y'all everything preseason. But special teams play capped at 12 do not win trench warfare engines when opposing system quarterbacks surge inside your defensive front and expose roster depth. Run holes under duress, and they got holes in the pocket, and it's bad. So I'm not going to give them a hold their hand on that shit. Chiefs got to do a little better, bro. Got to do a little better, Chiefs. Trust me, got to do a little better. Cool, folks. We're going to get ready to jump into our last commercial break of the show. Because, like I said, it's not going to be a long show today, folks. We're only recapping preseason. We're not going to start opening long shows until football season officially kicks off. But I'll be right back after this commercial break, folks. Up for the argument.
Divine Alexander's up for the argument. Real sports talk.
If you want real, genuine pit smoke barbecue here in Shreveport, you need to head straight over to Buck's Barbecue. No shortcuts, no complicated menus, just quality meat cooked the right way over real hickory wood logs. They have slow smoke cooked premium beef brisket, fall off the real bone pork ribs, and plenty of smoked sausage platters to fill up your table. So pack up the family and head on down to Buck's Barbecue tonight. Secure a delicious dinner and make sure you tell them that Javannah and Alexander sent you. And get your food in 90 seconds flat, folks. We'll be back for Javannah's Up for the Argument in about 20 seconds, folks. Okay, folks, we're back for the argument. Let's dissect the real standout individual metrics from yesterday's workout film, because the details and the actual numbers do not lie. Stage is wrapped. Let's go, folks. Open your notebooks and look at the passer efficiency digits dispatched yesterday. Josh Allen walked into Highmark Stadium turf, operated with cold-blooded precision, going for 6 out of 8 for 111 yards, and dropping a beautiful touchdown across his body into Keon Coleman's grip. Compare that Maverick velocity to Kenny Pickett completing 16 passes for a microscopic 81 yards in Carolina. That is a system squeeze script off air threats. And dude, I'm just letting you know that right now. And look at the quarterback revolution exploding in Chicago. Case Keenum completely lit up Soldier Field, going 9 of 10 for 151 yards and 2 touchdowns. Excuse me. While Tyson Bagent carved 169 passing yards and 1 touchdown. Deshaun Watson managed 126 yards on 11 completions for Cleveland. But the reality reps show rookie Shedeur Sanders was congested under blitz pressure, finished at a rough 6 out of 11 for 79 yards with a critical interception. But the absolute standout clinic of Saturday slate was in Kansas City, where the Rams quarterback T.Y. Simpson put on a surgical masterclass, completing 21 of 25 passes for 190 yards and 2 touchdowns to the squad Chiefs defense in Arrowhead Stadium. Chiefs rookie Garrett Newsom struggled for timing, gauging only 98 yards on 13 completions, while Emmett Johnson was hoofing 12 carries for 59 yards in the trench run core. And in the Baltimore war squeeze, the Ravens utterly suffocated Philadelphia by winning time of possession gauntlet. 41 minutes and 17 seconds compared to a miserable 18 minutes and 43 seconds outlined. Systematically carving up the Eagles secondary for 298 passing yards, while Jacoby Lane pulled down 3 catches for 38 yards and a real touchdown strike sector engine for a scoreboard. I'm just letting you know they looked so good. I have to play devil's advocate. And the perspective for the Eagles back end, the counter argument from the Philly minds in Philadelphia is that the preseason time of possession metrics of 41 minutes, they're totally misleading because coaches deploy extremely simplified 2 high safety designs without running complex defensive shells on late downs. The argument is Giants quarterback Jackson Dart threw a touchdown and had to hit the medical tent for a brutal knock reps. They knocked the shot at that boy yesterday. He needs to be sitting down somewhere. That proved that surviving healthy is the main priority for the coaches out there right now. That's what they need to do. Now the rebuttal. Protection blueprints shatter entirely when opposing depth lines carve up your corner shifts for 298 yards. In a real game condition and in a cold truth with a radar, I want you to understand that it shows your roster lacks the physical trench density to escape the squeeze and open gridiron comeback. Just let you know that. So I'm just letting you know we're gonna come back next week when it comes down to it. We're not doing everyday shows until football season starts. Guys, there's nothing to talk about every day of the week. I cannot do it and I won't do it until we start off the football season. But to cover these preseason games, I'm more than happy to be here for you guys. So thank you for tuning in for another episode of For the Argument. I gotta close this show right fast. Okay? So, thank you for coming out, folks. The game always comes down to the foundation, fam. From the Dallas Cowboys clapping the Seahawks 17-7 on the road to Josh Allen's cold-blooded precision, Chicago's quarterback explosion for 430 yards, T.Y. Simpson's clinic at Arrowhead, and Baltimore's brutal 41-17 possession. Real data and digits. Real data and digits. On-field physicality will always outlast temporary mainstream cable hypes. Appreciate the independent grassroots podcast empires that deliver it to you raw, real, data-dense, fiery, and completely unfiltered every single day without routing your voice through a moderator, or spreadsheet panels, shatter and chipper, all that bullshit. Indeed, the Power Force core movement that we're starting right now. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button right here on your YouTube channel at Argument Nation 77. Leave a comment with your takes below on T.Y. Simpson and the preseason box score standards. Share the section video track outlines and help us keep climbing this independent powerhouse empire machine. Okay? The throne is here for the taking and the box scores are here for the giving. For the move field land, we've dropped the realist metrics, we've laid out the accurate data files, and the argument is officially settled for the weekend. But you can argue with the stats I'm giving you, and you can argue with the data, but after it all, you can't argue with the truth I'm giving you that's staring you right in your face. And that's the argument made. That's all for today's show, folks. We'll see you tomorrow, probably more than likely. Start off on a Monday, just to compete with those boys at ESPN. It's the only reason we're coming on tomorrow, folks. But until then, thanks for the love. Until then, stay safe out there. Much love. Good night, world. Indeed, the movement keeps going on, and we'll be climbing. Continue that climb for the #1 spot on the Feed Spot National Sports Debate Podcast section. We will do it tomorrow. Everybody, it's been fun. Stay safe, and good night.
I've been watching sports shows all week long. I'm getting bored, and these shows are getting old, like listening to radio. Keep playing that same old. I was almost about to go and walk my dog till I heard a voice that grabbed a hold of my ears. It said, "Good afternoon, how are you?" I'm the nature boy, and it's up for the argument. The best podcast in the world, he talking about that baseball, soccer, man, basketball, and NASCAR too. If you want sports talk that's from the horse's mouth, all you gotta do is tune right into Javon Alexander's Up for the Argument.